My name is Matt Marash, your host, and welcome to Retirement Ready Nation, where we turn retirement jargon into plain English and strategy into peace of mind. Today, we're digging into a feature that often flies under the radar but can make all the difference in retirement: the floor of an index annuity, and why this might be exactly what you're looking for. What is a floor? Let's break this down together as a community. In an index annuity, the floor is your guaranteed minimum return, even when the market takes a hit. For most index annuities, that floor is 0%. So if the index that you're in within your annuity tracks the S&P 500, for example, and the S&P 500 drops by 10% in a given year, your account won't lose any value. You won't gain anything that year, but you won't lose anything either. That's the power of the floor. Why this may matter to you. Retirement isn't just about chasing gains. It's also about avoiding losses. That 0% floor creates certainty, especially when markets get choppy. When part of your nest egg is protected from downside risk, it can bring peace of mind and helps keep your long-term strategy on course without the emotional roller coaster of daily market swings. What are some of the things that we need to consider? Of course, floors don't come free, but that doesn't mean that there is a fee in the policy. To get that downside protection, you usually give up some of the upside. If the market goes up 12%, your annuity cap rate might only credit you 6 or 7%. But for many retirees, that trade-off, reduced risk for reduced gain, is well worth it. And remember, index annuities aren't traditional investments. They're insurance contracts. Let's clear up a common misconception in the marketplace. Not all annuities have annual fees. Let me repeat that. Not all annuities have annual fees. There are a lot of annuity policies that have annual fees, rider fees, administrative charges, and fees inside the subaccounts. But many fixed and fixed index annuities do not. However, annuities almost always include surrender charges if you withdraw money too early. Let's look at a real-world example I pulled from Annuity Rate Watch today. A fixed annuity issued by a company with an A+ AM Best rating. So we're talking about an A paper firm. The minimum investment is $20,000. Annual fees, 0%. It does, however, have a 7-year surrender schedule. But the S&P 500 annual point-to-point cap is 10.05%. That means you get market-linked growth up to 10.05% annually with no annual fee and full downside protection. Now let's talk about some things you absolutely need to consider. First, index annuities come with a surrender period. For example, in a 7-year surrender schedule, your money is locked in for the next 7 years. Yes, you can typically withdraw up to 10% per year without penalty, but larger withdrawals may trigger fees. Second, there's carrier risk. Index annuities are backed by the financial strength of the issuing insurance company, not the FDIC, just up to the state association guaranteed limits per person, per carrier. Please review your state limits. That's why it's important you work with a highly rated, reputable carrier. Another major consideration is you are usually capped on the upside. Even if the index performs exceptionally well, say it rises 15%, you might only get credited 7 or 10% depending on your cap rate. You are giving up some of the upside potential in exchange for downside protection. A critical question you should be asking yourself if you're thinking about a fixed index annuity: are you more focused on maximizing returns or minimizing losses? Because in retirement, protection can be just as powerful as growth. If you're wondering whether an index annuity belongs in your plan, please speak with a professional today. If this information resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and join the Retirement Ready Nation community. This channel is for information purposes only. It should not be construed as tax, legal, or actuarial advice. Ashbury Boutique Wealth Management and the Leaders Group do not replace those professionals.